What's up everyone, Darcblade here bringing you a video review for FIFA 13. Released late September for all major systems, can FIFA 13 produce another match-winning game for EA? Well, let's dive in and find out. FIFA 13 follows in the long line of FIFA games produced by EA. Does FIFA 13 offer anything different to its predecessor though? Well, I'm pleased to say a lot of the problems with FIFA 12 have been ironed out for FIFA 13. Now, for those of you living under a rock, FIFA 13 is a football simulator, or soccer simulator, depending where you live. There's nothing in the way of story mode really, unless you consider career mode a story, where you're able to manage your own team or create your own player and immerse yourself in the world of football. The career mode really is improved. Things feel more streamlined and at the same time more involved and realistic, such as the classified results being read out at the end of matches whilst you can still browse and make transfers, etc. This feels like you're on a football focused type of show. Of course, there's all sorts of other modes you can participate in, from one-off matches to creating your ultimate dream team. FIFA veterans will have no problem with FIFA 13's modes, whilst newcomers to the game might feel a bit intimidated and overwhelmed with the sheer amount of options they have available. But after spending some time and learning what each mode does, they should soon feel at ease and appreciate the sheer amount of options that FIFA 13 can bring to the table. EA tried to pride themselves on the FIFA franchise being the definitive football experience, so they've tried to pack in as many players and teams as they possibly can. I am pleased to say that this doesn't disappoint either, because there are really that many teams, and you can pick teams from obscure leagues that you wouldn't really necessarily consider playing as. Some of the more intense games I've ever played with friends have been using these more obscure teams rather than the big league teams. So I am pleased with EA's attention to detail when trying to include as many teams as they possibly can into their game. Now, anyone who's played a FIFA game before, saying that actually, a football game before, can easily get into FIFA 13. You might not be an expert picking up the controller for the first time, but you can easily play the game. You can shoot, pass, through pass, cross, tackle. All these buttons are quite accessible, and anyone can pretty much jump into a game and start enjoying themselves. Now, I say FIFA 13 is an accessible game. That does not mean it's shallow in terms of controls. If you want to be a master at the game, there are a lot more techniques and button combinations you need to learn in order to be an expert. After playing FIFA 13 for some time, going back to FIFA 12 seems somehow more mechanical. You can see in FIFA 13 that things flow a lot better. The introduction of the first touch mechanic makes the game feel more dynamic. No longer does every player have a perfect first touch. No more sprinting onto the ball with a lumbering centre-back, for example. It makes for a more measured approach. The AI now makes more intelligent runs. It stays on side, or at least to the best of their thinking anyway. Overall, the whole AI of FIFA 13 seems to have been tweaked, and overall seems more intelligent. Your teammates who you are not personally controlling will now try to run into space or draw defenders out of position, trying to give you the opportunity to score. Add to this, you now have complete dribbling that favours offensive one-on-one gameplay, as well as pass velocity, ball trajectory and defensive pressure, means that FIFA 13's overall gameplay has been finely tweaked from FIFA 12. FIFA 13 tends to favour more offensive gameplay, and veteran and hardcore players will find it easy to score. It might be advisable for the veteran players to turn up the difficulty at the start of the game, otherwise they will be seeing score lines that have an incredible amount of goals in them. You can still participate with everything online that you could the previous game, playing against other players' leagues, so on and so forth, tracking your stats, your wins, losses and that, but you now also have the matchday live that allows you to keep up to date with matches that are going on in real life. This will affect various players in your game, their stats, so on and so forth. Whether EA will keep this up, I'm not so sure, but we'll see in the future if they still continue to support this mode. Whatever you do in FIFA 13, you earn club credits that allow you to purchase things from the FIFA catalogue. This is great, as it means whatever you do in the game, it feels like you're eventually going to earn something for it. FIFA 13 comes with skill games over the load screens that are more of a distraction than anything else, but it is a nice addition whilst you're hanging around waiting for your game to load. The graphics remain approximately the same as the previous installments in the FIFA franchise, but there are far more realistic animations. The body collision system returns from FIFA 12, allowing for more realistic impacts. However, still some of the facial animations are a little bit stiff and could use improvement. As for the sound, the crowd chanting as well as the commentary is still really good. The commentary teams will make relevant comments depending on which teams you're playing. As well, if you utilise the match day feature, the commentary team will tweak their comments depending on what is going on in real life. Overall, FIFA 13's presentation is nothing to jump and shout about, but it does an adequate job. The sound, in my opinion, especially the commentary, is really good. And although the graphical side of the presentation might seem a bit stiff sometimes, the actual animation of the players' bodies is still top notch. Now overall, FIFA 13 does seem like a complete package. It has everything you would want if you're a football fan. It is a complete football simulator. But, that being said, compared to previous titles, it is more of an evolution than a revolution in the FIFA franchise. Veteran FIFA fans, as well as hardcore football fans, should love FIFA 13. And actually newcomers to the game should really enjoy it too. So it's well worth checking out. Anyway, I've been Darcblade and I hope you enjoyed my video review for FIFA 13.